So today I want to talk about TryHackMe's brand new Cybersecurity 101 certification, also called SEC1. And honestly, this is pretty interesting because right now it's trying to solve a massive problem in the industry. You've probably seen it yourself. People spend months learning cybersecurity, they understand the theory, they can answer quiz questions, and then when they apply for jobs and they get absolutely nowhere. Because employers don't care if you know what a port scan is, they care if you can actually do a port scan. So what's actually going on with SEC1? Is this just another beginner cert that's gonna collect dust? Or is TryHackMe actually doing something different this time? I just want to give you guys the real picture here, just an honest breakdown on what this certification is, who it's for, whether it's actually worth your money and your time. By the end of this video, you know exactly if SEC1 is right for you and for your career goals. Before we dive into this, I just want to mention that although this video is sponsored by TryHackMe, they've asked me to independently review this certification and provide an honest feedback. Alright, so let's talk about the elephant in the room. Breaking into cybersecurity is rough right now. You have people who've gone through boot camps and watched hundreds of hours of YouTube videos, completed online courses, and they still can't get past the initial screening for entry-level jobs. Here's the thing. Traditional beginner certifications like CompTIA Security Plus or A+, they're mostly entirely multiple choice questions. You're memorizing definitions, port numbers, acronyms. And don't get me wrong, that knowledge is important, but it doesn't prove you can actually do the work. From an employer's perspective, imagine this. You've got two candidates. One has a cert that says they've memorized the OSI model. The other has a cert that proves they can actually analyze network traffic and find suspicious activities. Who are you going to hire? That's the gap that SEC1 is trying to fill. And to be honest, this is actually way overdue because right now there's basically nothing between I just learned what an IP address is and I have 2 years of hands-on experience. There's no way to prove that you can actually do the entry-level work without already having done the entry-level work. It's like ridiculous when you think about it, but that's just how it is. So what actually is SEC1? It's a 100% hands-on practical certification, and when I say 100% hands-on, I mean zero multiple choice questions, like you're not clicking A, B, C, D, you're actually performing cybersecurity tasks in real browser-based labs. Let me break this down for you. The certification has 7 different sections, and each section is basically a scenario. You're playing the role of a cybersecurity contractor working for different clients. You log into actual systems, you use real tools, and you answer questions based on what you discover. So instead of questions like, what port does SSH use? The question is more like, what suspicious process is running on this compromised Windows machine? You have to actually investigate the system to find the answer. Here's what makes this different from other beginner certs. First, it covers both the offensive and defensive skills. Most entry-level certs are either focused on defense or they're focused on offense. So if you're not sure whether you want to be a pen tester or a SOC analyst, this actually helps you figure it out. Secondly, everything runs in your browser. You don't need to buy equipment, you don't need to set up virtual machines, and you don't need expensive software. If you just have internet, you can take this exam, and that's pretty huge for ease of access. Third, you get 24 hours to complete it. This isn't one of those high pressure timed exams where you're sweating and you have like 3 hours to finish the exam. You work through the scenarios at your own pace, just like how you would in a real investigation. And fourth, you get instant results. You're not waiting 2 to 4 weeks wondering if you've passed. You finish, you submit, and you know immediately where you stand. That's at least how I see it as being different from what's already out there. Alright, so who should actually take this? SEC1 is designed for complete beginners and people with under 2 years of experience. Let me be more specific. You should take SEC1 if you're a student trying to break into cybersecurity and you need something practical to put on your resume. Not just I know the theory, but I can prove I've actually done these tasks. And lastly, you should absolutely take it if you're someone who learns better by doing things than by reading and memorizing. If you hate studying for multiple choice exams, this might be way better for your style. Now let's talk about who should not take this. If you already have more than 2 years of hands-on experience, this is probably too basic for you. You'll be better off going for something like the SOC Analyst Level 1 certification or the PNPT or OSCP if you're ready for that level. If you're after advanced specialization, skip this. SEC1 is for breadth, not depth. It's designed to give you a taste of everything so you can figure out what direction you want to go. And if you already hold intermediate certifications, this would be a step backwards for you. And honestly, SEC1 is for people who need to prove they can do the basics. If you already passed the basics, there are way better certs for you. Alright, let's talk about what's actually on the exam. There are 7 sections and each section has 10 questions, so 70 questions in total. But remember, these aren't multiple choice questions. These are go find the information in the system type of questions. Let me walk through the 7 sections. Section 1 is Windows fundamentals. You're doing system navigation, looking at security settings, analyzing what's happening on a Windows machine. Pretty much what a junior analyst would need to know. Section 2 is Linux fundamentals. Command line work, file analysis, permissions. If you're going to work in cybersecurity, you need to be comfortable in Linux. This is going to test that. Section 3 is network traffic analysis. This is where you're going to be looking at packet captures and trying to identify what's normal traffic versus what's suspicious. Super practical skill for both the red team and the blue team. Section 4 is web application security. You're finding common web vulnerabilities like the stuff you see in the OWASP or the SQL injection, stuff like that. Section 5 is security operations. This is entry-level SOC analyst work. You're using SIEM tools like Splunk or Elastic to investigate alerts and incidents. Section 6 is password attacks and credential security. Brute forcing, password cracking, understanding how weak credentials get compromised, both the offensive and defensive perspectives here. Section 7 is malware analysis fundamentals. You're identifying suspicious behavior, analyzing what malware is doing on the system. Nothing super advanced, but the basics you need to know. Each section takes about 30 minutes to 60 minutes depending on your skill level. Some of you are going to fly through certain sections and others are going to take their time, and that's fine because you have 24 hours in total. Now I can't reveal any actual exam content for obvious reasons, but I can tell you that the scenarios are designed to feel like real work. You're not doing artificial capture the flag style challenges, you're doing stuff a junior professional would actually encounter. And to be honest, I think that's really the whole point and they really nailed it. Okay, let me show you what I mean by hands-on. So this is what TryHackMe platform looks like if you're not familiar. When you start a lab, it spins up an actual system in your browser. You can see here I'm connected to a Linux machine. I'm running actual commands, looking at real files, using real tools. This is basically what experience is like. You're not clicking through slides, you're not reading paragraphs of text and then answering the questions like the multiple choice questions. You're doing the actual work. And the cool thing is, if you mess up, who cares? The environment resets. You can try again, you can experiment. That's how you can actually learn. If you compare this to traditional multiple choice exam where you read a scenario and then you pick from 4 options, that's gonna test your reading and comprehension and maybe your memorization. It doesn't test if you can navigate a Linux file system under pressure. This is going to test it. So that's the hands-on component. Everything you need is in the browser. There's no setup, there's no configuration. You don't have to deal with this tool doesn't work on my system. Everything just works. Let's talk about the cost because this is pretty important. The standard price is $149 US. Now, if you're not already a TryHackMe premium member, that $149 also includes 3 months of premium membership for free. Let me explain what that means. TryHackMe Premium normally costs about $10 to $13 a month depending on the plan. So if you're getting access to the entire platform, all the learning paths, all the advanced rooms for 3 months, that's about $30 to $40 in value right there. And also, you get 1 free exam retake included. So if you don't pass for the first time, you can just try again without paying extra. And if you're already a premium member, you get 15% off the certification. TryHackMe is offering 40% off the certification for everyone. I'll have the discount code in the description below. So instead of the $149, you're looking more closer to $89. From a value perspective, I think that's pretty solid. And this certification is valid for 3 years. You can get a digital certificate and a badge for LinkedIn and a detailed feedback on your performance. Some people are asking, is this worth it? And honestly, if you're trying to break into cybersecurity and you need something to differentiate yourself from hundreds of other people applying for the same job, I think $89 to $149 is a reasonable investment. So here's my honest take on who should actually take this and who should wait. You should take SEC1 if you're brand new to cybersecurity and you've completed some foundational learning, or if you want exposure to both the offensive and the defensive work before you specialize and you're not sure if you want to be a pen tester or a SOC analyst, you can take that SEC1 and see which sections you enjoy more. And honestly, if you just learn better by doing stuff instead of reading textbooks or memorizing definitions, this is going to be way more effective for you. And on the opposite side, here's why you should skip the SEC1. If you already have more than 2 years of hands-on cybersecurity experience, at this point, you want to be looking at intermediate or advanced certifications. SEC1 would be too basic. If you want deep specialization right away, like if you know for sure you want to be a pen tester and you're ready to go straight into OSCP territory, SEC1 isn't going to get you there. And if you already hold intermediate certs like the CISA Plus, PNPT, BTL1, taking SEC1 would be a step backwards. And here's the thing, SEC1 isn't trying to be everything to everyone. It's specifically designed for entry-level professionals who need to validate basic practical skills across multiple domains. Is this gonna land you a senior pen tester role? Obviously not, but that's not what it's for. Is it gonna help you stand out in a pile of entry-level applications? I think it actually does, because it actually proves that you can do the work, not just talk about it. That's at least how I see it. Alright, so that's pretty much everything you need to know about SEC1. TryHackMe gave me an exclusive discount code for you guys. It's in the description below and that gets you 40% off the certification price. Anyway, that's it from me. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching.